Nishi. He's disregarding a tank, it seems. He has a cavalry juggler, which is interesting, much more aggressive. People that like Oliver in general are pretty aggressive. Let me see. That dog on the opposing team might be quite nice, but debuffs can definitely override that. He definitely should get a tank though. The Ares could kill someone with the single target skill. And like we saw on Pizza versus the Pizza's match, that burn cannot die to Ares, so maybe Nishi might pick up the burn here.
Yeah, burn looks like a pretty good option. He can do a lot of damage to dog.
He's going full rush though, so it'll be a more action-packed match than the last.
Yeah, Ninshi, with Werner, he can probably kill Liana. Ares should be dead too. Werner does zone this team pretty hard.
Okay. Team Kill is generally not very good against Hilda, so I'm curious if Antou would choose someone like Hilda here just for the movement forward. And it also sort of blocks out the Werner as well. Having multiple tanks against one Werner makes you able to sort of like block out your opponent. So okay,
yeah,
Aaron doesn't die to Werner, so it's not bad as well. You just picked up Lancer Troop. Werner shouldn't be able to do pretty much nothing against Aaron for the most part.
I think Sigma and MK would die though, so maybe you don't want to ban them.
No, yeah, but he does ban them, and I think this Hilda pick's gonna be quite strong against Ninshi.
Yeah.
He has healers and Dog and Liana. Just make sure that Liana's Scotsfold at all times, and it should be a pretty simple heal up afterwards.
But what about Werner just trading for Liana though?
That's potential these days. It depends if the Liana has access to the new gear.
Yeah.
It's very hard to kill through a mage Liana with the Tri-Mutant Maidens or Holy.
Yeah, Twilight Star won't. If you don't have Twilight Star, it won't do it.
But I assume Nishi has Twilight Star.
No, I mean if like Mortal Light activates. Mortal Light's basically to counter Twilight Star.
But regardless, even if he could kill, it's going to be hard to kill anyway, because there's 3 blockers for your Liana. So it's going to be kind of hard to squeeze in to attack the Liana regardless.
Yeah.
Well, Nishi did get his tank. He does not seem to be switching over to a defensive one, so maybe he is gonna ignore that and just go full offensive.
Up against an Ares, like we saw in the previous set, I think Burn with Guard is really nice to have. Ares can probably kill Reen. He can't kill Himiko, and killing Giz wouldn't be a very good trade. Werner should outrange, so...
Yeah, Werner can outrange, but sometimes you can't count the 10 with Werner, so it's a little bit tough. Even if you do outrange,
yeah,
that does not necessarily mean that you get a kill. It just means that you gotta count the 10.
You need 2 hands for that. It's very tough.
Yeah, Werners are a little tricky to play. He did seem quite popular in China for some reason. Not sure why. Because he did seem a little bit difficult to use sometimes, especially if your opponent knows how to count to 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure he's a fine assassin. Just a little bit more non-conventional compared to some other assassins.
Yeah, his kill range can be a bit limited because if anything has Lancer troops, he can't kill it at all.
He's a little unconventional in that he can't kill Bozel, can't kill Kruger, he can't kill a lot of like even stuff like Lana probably doesn't die too, because they have access to the Lancer troops.
Yeah, he sort of reminds me of Toa, right? They were both targeting the healers usually.
Toa, the new SSR?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what she does. be honest.
She ignores guard if she has faction buff and the opponent doesn't have a faction buff. So usually targets like Liana, Rosin, even Flo sometimes. Yeah. So I just think they're similar in that they both try to target healers.
Okay. It's a little bit hard to reach with Toa though, because she's a single target unit, and she has to move around a bunch of things.
I mean, she has 10 range.
Potentially, but it's not that simple.
Yeah.
It's you have to calculate and move the units in a particular spot. It's not that easy, but it definitely she can happen.
Yeah, she needs somebody to piggyback off of.
Well, that Warner can get disabled with a single jump from Dog, so he might not even kill anything at all, because if your Warner's like half HP, it's probably not going to kill through killing.
Yeah, it seems more difficult for Ninshi here. Oh, yeah, I forgot to switch back. Whoops. It just seems more difficult for Ninshi because he has no healer. He's fighting an Ares and a Dog if they land a lot of stuff. And the other thing is Ares and Dog can engage in, so Reen won't be a very effective counter to it.
And the Ares is AoE up, I hope, because the AoE would kill the Himiko for free, probably kill the Werner for free. But single target here is fine as well. But I think the AoE would be more deadly, because all you need to do is jump in with Dog, jump in with Ares, and it should be quite good for Antou's team. Some of the Sky Archer. He brought Sky Archer. That thing was gonna be. He did bring AoE. It's very good. You see right there above Werner that's dead. A lot of dead units.
Yeah.
Kimiko is generally not very bulky, especially if you use hot hot hot. So if you use hot hot hot, he's dead. So let's not use that right now. And some people don't even use that skill at all. This Himiko is very low HP. Mine's about like 10.5 or something like that. But this one maybe is like a 4-star, or maybe like a Judgment Talisman.
Yeah,
Himiko.
probably 4-star.
Yeah, definitely very low HP. So
frail.
I'll be very scared that Himiko dies. That might even die through a last race. That low HP.
Yeah. I think 10k is comfy.
Yeah, more HP is not bad at all. Cause her main weakness is AoE, especially the AoEs that hit twice.
She should still live here, because I guess Ares can still go in on just her.
Yeah, he can like move a little bit up and then use AoE to Himiko. But the Himiko is not even a big threat.
Yeah.
Right now, because Antou has Hilda, which is great against that mobility down, great against that displacement, and he has 2 healers in Dog and Liana. So I think that the biggest threat right now is just to kill the Werner, so the Werner does not kill your Liana, assuming that your Liana is not that new gear.
It's a little risky to go for that Werner, though, isn't it, with Burn Aura? Maybe if Ares misses crit twice, he might miss the kill on Werner.
Nah, it can be, but he does have first action, so, and that he can just attack, normal attack. That's probably a kill.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very hard for Ninshi with that Tenyo. That Tenyo makes things a lot more complicated.
And it's never really something you can plan around. It's a fun item, isn't it?
Yeah, they should just make more better mage uniques, because they're making a lot of mage uniques for a lot of mage healers and characters. So Tango is definitely gonna get less popular, because there are some quite strong uniques for the helm slot for the mages.
That's their tacit admission that, hey, we kind of fucked up with that Tenyo thing.
This Rain is pushed back so far, he's not going to do anything at all. No one can kill that Rain, so I'm not sure why he did not just push full deep. Like, what's killing the rain in this scenario?
Yeah, Reen is on a timer, so you do want to push pretty fast.
Yeah. Not sure why he's moving so defensively. It does not really matter if he gets AoE, because if he gets AoE, you cast one skill and you're almost back to full. Since Rain is not very weak to AoE there. Okay. He's in range for Himiko, so that Himiko is probably dead if he chooses to go in for that.
Yeah,
But
I think he wasn't before,
really,
and that's what he's going for.
I would really just snipe the Warner. That's what I would do, General. Because Himiko is not doing anything.
He doesn't feel confident, I guess, but you are right that he can just AoE and then single target next turn. I don't think yeah. I don't think Burn would one-shot the Ares, but I guess he might. But he didn't have a buff, and this attack is kind of low, so maybe not.
Well, he sort of missed his chance now because now the aura's not there anymore, but the defense buff is there for the Warner, so it's a lot harder to kill the Warner now.
I would imagine that the aura probably hurts more, probably does more for Ares not being able to kill than the defense buff on Warner. Warner's defense is probably pretty low, but Ares' attack is pretty high, so 15% on that is probably better.
Yeah, but it's just that there's less dudes around Warner right now, so he does not get this full option of his talent.
Actually,
so I think it's slightly weaker.
If he AoEs from the water, it's 3 blocks, and Himiko's in that range.
No, I was just thinking about single targeting, like normal attacking. Warner. I think that would probably kill, because Warner is not defensive at all.
Yeah, if it's a rag Ares, definitely kills.
I think that would have killed, even without rag. I think that would have killed. And even if you can't kill, you just AoE next turn or normal attack next turn as well. So I would definitely gone for that option, because a burn does not have kill power there, I would think.
Yeah, with Hilda and Dog, Himiko's not a big threat. Werner's definitely the one you want to target here.
But maybe Antou has that defensive help, so he doesn't really care at all. Yeah, it's hard to tell without knowing their exact gear setup.
Yeah. Yeah, this Himiko's gonna do like no damage.
Yeah, the Himiko is very, very bad. It's not good against Hilda. If you're gonna pick Himiko, try to ban Hilda if you can. But Himiko versus Dog and Hilda, it's just not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
You gotta get some really lucky debuffs, and your opponent has to have no healers or something like that.
Steal some annoying buffs.
Yeah. Probably does not do too great against that. It's gonna be very hard for Ninshi to do anything. He's looking at the range for Werner. That Arian's definitely not dying before it's top. No, he's a Lancer, so he should generally live.
Yeah, no, she like he'll kill her zealots, but that's about it. And you don't even want that, because then Ari can just act again.
Yeah, but there's an issue here, because Rain is not pushed up. His Burn's pushed up, so if Burn goes for that big AoE, the Rain has no follow-up there. So that positioning for the Rain is quite sad. She's been pushed up a lot earlier, seeing that there's nothing on Antou's team that can single target kill him immediately.
Yeah. And with Burn doing Sword Dance, it doesn't even matter that much, because Liana has Sky Archer to just purge it and then heal up everybody anyway. But you would like to burn that on Sword Dance rather than Reen's AoE. As a Ninshi.
Yeah, but the Sky Archer is quite strong against Reen anyway. So regardless, even if he did push it up, it doesn't seem very great for DP anyway. But definitely would have given it a little bit more of a shot.
Yeah. But I don't think Reen would have been in range anyway.
No, he could have moved, what is it, like, maybe is it above above Gizarov, or maybe a little bit above in front of Gizarov.
Yeah, you would have
And
had to move diagonal of Gizarov in the fort.
it's a little closer to count, but definitely better than this spot wherever he's
Yeah,
at.
for sure.
He would definitely been in range with the Werner talent. So
Oh.
I think that would have been even just do that.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting back right there. It's absolutely nothing. That is sad. This team goes very sad.
Getting zoned pretty hard by this Ares.
No, this I can't know that because he's guarded. But this AoE, if he does it, it does absolutely nothing, and he wastes the. It looks nice, but it's actually not nice.
Yeah, it just gets healed up. It just doesn't, and there's no follow-up. That's the thing. If you're AoEing with no follow-up, then you're basically just wasting your move.
Yeah, I think he has to wait up for next turn, but next turn might not even be an option for him.
Yeah, I guess you can kill Ares with Werner if he goes in on Himiko, but it's not like you have to even go in with Ares, so.
Will this Aaron die from the AoE? I don't think so, but
No.
Sometimes stuff happens.
This burn only has like 1100 attack. I don't think so.
Okay, so Rain can actually hit things with the long range AoE. So maybe he's thinking, let me AoE this, prevent this stuff. Don't no one attack. You're attacking a dog on water that's guarded. Okay, so he's planning on AoEing, block the heal, and then try to finish off with the Rain. Maybe the Rain might be able to kill. I don't think so because that Aaron's probably a little bit more healthy than that.
Yeah, and Liana can just heal her up anyway. But then she's in range of Werner.
Yeah, that is a trade-off. But I have to check that Aaron's HP. Maybe he doesn't even die too.
And Ari's Act Again is up. And she's gospeled. But yeah, there is the Himiko plus Reen follow-up here, so Ari might die.
So you should attack with actually you should attack with Himiko first. Attack with Himiko first.
Yeah.
Himiko does not hit the dog. If this is gonna heal up the Himiko, assuming that he does not get any bad debuffs. But this is gonna heal back up, same exact HP he was at before. So that's a missed opportunity. He did silence the Liana though, so that might be impactful. But definitely should have attacked with the Himiko first. Do some chip damage, and then go for the ring kill, potentially.
Yeah.
Sure, if it would have still killed, but I think it's definitely better than wherever he's at right now.
And now Ari has her Act Again. She can probably just walk over and kill that Werner.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite tough. Yeah. The issue is that there's some pretty bad picks here. Like Himiko is pretty bad here. Picking. I'm not sure how exactly the pick ban went, so I did miss a little bit at the beginning. But the picking like Rain against Dog and Liana as a combination, it is still manageable, but it's a lot harder to manage.
Yeah. I feel like if you go for that Himiko into Reen play, Ari had a good chance of dying, so...
Yeah. Maybe not, because that Himiko is really... That's a very weak Himiko. But let's see how much damage it does.
Yeah.
This is one of his only options. Yeah, hope for like a silence maybe?
She's gospeled.
She's gospel? Okay.
Yeah, and that did like no damage.
Can you like steal the gospel and then silence afterwards?
No.
800 damage. Okay, never mind. That changed nothing. Absolutely nothing. That did 800 damage. So that Rain combination with Himiko would have done nothing as well. So it was pretty hopeless.
Himiko can't silence unless it's with her ninjutsu debuff, which takes one turn to proc, so...
Oh, okay. Now he's gonna kill the Himiko. I'm not sure why you need to do this, but
It's free.
yeah, but I think the Ring double AoE would have been free too. I'm not sure what happened with the debuffs on the dog, so maybe that might have given Nishi an option to just normal attack the Aryan here. But I'm not sure what the dog got debuffed in terms of.
Yeah. Well, Liana is in range of Werner. She should be dead.
Yeah, just try to hit everybody, and just spray and pray. Maybe something happens. Who knows? But he is gospel. That did a lot of damage on the Aryan. It was still not enough. And now the Aryan can double AoE. But the Aryan is in range probably for a kill from Werner. But I don't think, regardless, even if that does happen, I think the healing should be enough.
Liana cannot heal Ari, but Sky Archer could go... I think Sky Archer might die to the Reen fixed. So it can't Gale. And yeah, Ari's just gonna go in and kill Werner.
I think this kills, right?
Yeah, it didn't kill. But I was thinking basic attack might, but this is okay too, because now it's not like Werner can do anything.
Yeah, he can't do anything. He has no soldiers.
It also removed his buffs, so he can't even reach Liana now, so it was just fine. And it prevents Giz from being able to do anything too.
Okay. This still might be a tough for a win. I would definitely a normal attack here. Maybe this kills. I'm not sure if it will. Oh, it does kill.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an option. Okay.
Maybe
attack. That Ares was wasted. The Ares was wasted though. That Ares could have been like a attack or something.
Yeah, maybe attack from below Ares so you don't hit dog, and then Ari doesn't get a heal.
Yeah, this might be okay for Ninshi here. The AoE did quite a lot of good debuffs, and the Ares was wasted, so you can definitely do something.
Yeah, Werner.
The bird's gonna be tough to kill. Assuming that your healer is active, but the healer is not active right now, so maybe you might be able to win out that way. But I think both skills are on cooldown, so he has some time to get undebuffed.
Yeah, some time to regroup. Werner can use defensive stance here. He'll get a bit of healing out of that. He can come back and get his troops back and maybe kill Liana later. Burn will be good against Dog and Hilda, but there's no healing.
Werner just needs the speed stance and try to kill Liana. I'm not sure why he's not doing that.
He doesn't feel confident in the kill, I guess.
I think that's your only option, to kill that guy and then hope your burn cleans up with the healing sustained from the tank. Not sure that still wins, but I think that's much better, because the Reen can still do a lot of work over time. Yeah, but I would have definitely gone for the Liana kill. Even if it did not kill, I think you can still do it and have the Reen burn kill Liana anyway.
Reen does have Arc Slash still, so he can potentially re-roll Silence on Liana.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his cooldown's back up. It might be because Gizarov's debuff, faction buff, did a lot of work there.
Yeah, no, it's back up.
Yeah.
Probably leave Dog where he was last turn because the line AoE's back up.
Yeah, maybe AoE right now. But that Warner really missed a shot to kill that Liana. I think that might have been game if he did that.
Yeah, you're right. She was pretty injured. She could have like some debuffs that help too, and even a 22% Werner should be able to do it, I think. He has burn faction buff. That faction buff's pretty OP. 18% damage.
Mm-hmm. But now you just gotta hit the Liana and hope stuff happens. You can you get different can you get different debuffs, or can you get the same debuffs
You can get the same
from
debuff,
Rand?
so you can
Okay.
reroll the silence.
But he arc slashes the dog. That's very weird. He talks anyway, but why do that?
He's trying to kill dog, I guess, with burn. Dog
But
doesn't have water. But
oh,
Hilda's guarding. That's
yeah,
why dog moved, because Antou doesn't want dog to guard.
okay.
People are talking
That's
about Templar Knights versus demons. Yeah.
But maybe he can snipe the Liana next turn with Werner anyway. He just need to be very careful to not get AoE'd by the Aaron. So that's why I would be counting the Aaron tiles, make sure Werner's not in range of one single AoE. Otherwise, he's dead.
Yeah.
Assuming Aaron has any more AoEs left. I didn't really check the skills.
I think she has one AoE. I don't know if she's running Total Destruction or Anglia Hammer, but I think she still has one. She used Sturmlance to get in, and then used 3C.
I'm mistaken, so they gotta do something real quick. Just count to 10 and try to kill the Liana. I'm not sure if this is 10, but
Yeah, he's just gonna heal more.
he's gonna heal more.
He's getting out of range of Ari, I would think.
Next turn, Ari can move twice though, so he can just probably just walk. Actually, is that 70% HP? Probably not.
No, it's 76.
But I think a normal attack from Ari probably kills the Werner at this point.
Especially if it's Rag.
But he probably doesn't need it because Ari got buffed so much from all the stacks.
Yeah. Man, that did nothing because it's Demon versus Holy.
He is below 70 now, so next turn I would plan to attack Werner twice.
Yeah, probably just move. Well, that's the thing. Werner just, no matter what, he's gonna be in range of Ari if he wants to try to guard ignore Liana. So I guess he really did miss his opportunity.
Now you definitely kill the Gizzer off there, yep. Does it give turn priority back?
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar. Okay, so it does. So that's good for Antou. Antou can either maybe kill the Werner now. I'm not sure that Werner is important anymore. Though. I think he just needs to heal up the Liana.
Yeah.
But Antou did make a Congo line, so that attack from the ring won't be doing as much because of the heal. I would maybe Gospel the Liana here.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you keep her in that same spot or do you move underdog?
I think keep her in the same spot is fine. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure that Werner was in defensive stance, so I don't think it really matters what he does. So probably healing up, Gospeling the Liana, because I think if you get another bad debuff, why is Antou so unwilling to trade? You're trading a Lancer unit against 2 infantry units. Just suicide the Lancer unit. You don't need it anymore. But now this is gonna be, I think, game over. That gives Roth cooldown reduction really did work here. Yeah, and now it should be game over.
Yeah, even if Sky Archer is up, she can purge the heal block on herself, but it won't be enough to prevent Reen from killing.
Yeah. So that not using gospel on Liana there really killed his chances. If he has gospel up, he was in range of all the dog healing. That dog would have healed the Reen. This is very sad. Yeah, but at first we thought that Nishi was not doing too well, but it seems like the debuffs from Rian did a lot of work, and this simple mistake for not gospeling up the Liana might just seal the deal here. He still
Yeah,
has a chance to win, but I think no one's killing the Rian that easily.
or even the burn, like.
Yeah, but both are just very defensive units. And I guess the Werner can defensive stance forever.
Yeah, it looks like I don't see pass the block. I don't see how Antou can win here. So looks like we're going to game 2. There's just no way to deal damage. This is Antou versus Ninshi. Straw. I don't know. I mean, I would assume it's round of 64. I just know Dango pinged me and asked me to cast.
Yeah, the main problem is no Omega here.
Omega here would not have done too much either. There's a lot of bulky units. I guess he can kill Diana.
Zelda being so serious.
But
Yeah,
Nishi should win in damage, right? Win in damage, if not kill everybody. Probably win in damage.
I think everybody dies eventually before Ninshi has to win in damage. Because every time Burn attacks, those werewolves heal 40% HP. It's pretty hard to get through that.
You should probably run away the burn now. Because Burn's gonna get hit by Hilda and probably die.
It is a 4.
The Templars are nice against the werewolves. But that burn has a chance to die from Hilda, I think.
Yeah, and it is 20% damage from Hilda class change.
Yeah, I would have walked on top of Reen and just faction buff. And try to get more of that healing from the werewolves.
Yeah, I think Antou is just a bit too defensively minded this game. And Reen 3C should be back up soon, and that'll probably seal the deal. And Wayne Grivo called it.
He even ran away from the burn, which is something else. And Nishi, I'm not sure if he needs to attack here, but maybe fish out some. I'm not even sure if the construct even debuffs at all. What?
It does do 1 debuff with that AoE.
Just spam defensive stance, I guess.
Might as well heal, yeah. It's not like Werner's gonna kill any of these units. He's just a body for the center eventually.
Okay, he is using the skills.
Yeah, and Ari Gospel's down, so yeah.
He should try to time it with his other AOE though, if he can. I'm not sure if it's possible, but Should definitely try to do that so he can use 2 debuffs in a row. So I'm not sure if the burn attacks the area in here if dog will guard. This is a big risk, but this definitely is not the play. He's running out of time. Okay, just
Yeah, he'll guards.
This is a depends. That did like no damage though. So I was like, oh yeah, because he's back to infantry. Lancer. That's why.
Yeah. The other thing, like probably the only opportunity for Antou to win, Sandy mentioned it in chat, is total destruction knockback out of center and then block. You can try to do something with that.
Single target, I suppose. But I would have just normally just traded the area in there. But maybe this is fine as well. I don't think total destruction is doing anything though, because burn and infantry units, and they have pretty decent movement, so I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Definitely finish off the area if you can. But this should be game over. They're too bulky. They're too bulky units, and you're getting debuffed. And the burn generally should solve this anyway. Yeah, I think the burn debuffed the force thing. So if he did not do that, maybe he would have taken some serious damage. Oh, this is a jump. That Rian is in. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's gonna get single target. He gets single targeted. So he should do that right now. So. Yeah, but if he thought about doing that, he should maybe have moved the Hilda first.
Yeah.
I guess he can't guard anyway because his guard is down.
And GG.
Definitely the gospel is not gospeling the Liana there was a big mistake.
She has no backup box.
Oh. Yeah. It's just the way it is sometimes. Sometimes you just don't think about this. Maybe next time he'll bring one. If he makes it to the next.
That match took so long that I don't remember what Antou's box looks like, so I'm not sure what he should swap.
Yeah, I forgot as well, but Antou played way too defensively. If you're playing defensively, you just make sure your healer is not getting debuffed. Make sure that it's sustained, and he could have definitely want that.
If you want to play really defensively, usually I'd suggest picking 2 healers, right?
No, it depends. I would have definitely banned Burn earlier on, because Burn is a really hard unit to kill, especially with no DPS on your side. And Burn in general has also AoE potential, so it's very painful to I would definitely ban the Burn.
He's pretty hazardous to tanks.
He chooses to go second here. That is just a very defensive mindset. I'm gonna go second and hold.
Yeah.
That's what some players did in season 1. But I think it's a lot harder to hold these days than.
I still like that style, but I'm not a very good player.
It's very tricky to hold these days. You need really, really good enchants, or your opponent has no threats. And usually there's enough threats nowadays that someone does die.
Yeah, with Ninshi having such an offensive box, maybe taking turn priority away from him would be good.
No, I still would not go second though. But here definitely ban the. I feel like banning the dog would be quite good. But he's choosing to ban. Like here, I would generally just ban 2 tanks, or at least 1 tank, at least a dog, because then that forces Antou to choose a tank. Because Antou is a very defensive player. So seeing that he only has 1 tank left, he probably just choose that tank.
Yeah.
Instead of banning the healers, now he has option to pick up a DPS. Maybe like someone that can kill Rian, that
Sigma?
would be. I'm not sure how Sigma does against Rian, to be honest.
It's
But maybe
usually
Sigma.
it's usually a trade for Sigma usually dies for it, but he
A
usually
trade is
kills.
good for Antou. A
Yeah,
trade is good
yeah,
for Antou if he
yeah.
can manage it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely ban that dog there because you wanna not be in a situation Pizza was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pizza was in the same same scenario. He had a healer and a dog, and he managed to hold against Rian.
Yeah, no, I think I feel Anto should have picked dog versus a clearly AoE strategy. You can just ban T-Jess, like instead of banning Kruger and Josh. Should be fine. Maybe Leonhardt banned too.
Yeah, he's still not banning the dog. Interesting.
Yeah, if I was Anto, I'd pick dog probably.
You can pick dog and you can pick Iris here. I think both are solid options.
If I'm
you wanna
fighting,
play this,
yeah, if I'm fighting debuff, I like to have 2 healers, and I consider dog one of those healers.
okay, for Ninshi here, he should. Let's see. Not banning that dog there is very awkward because that makes your Leonhard pick not very attractive right now. Not banning Hilda makes your Himiko pick very awkward. So his picks are kind of awkward. So maybe he might just go for an attraction buffer or like a teleporter.
Yeah, T-Jess seems good.
Yeah. It's, I might go to Gizroff. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Werner is a little awkward on this map because you can block the center. He can get 3 moved through the mountains, but after that it costs 3 tiles to move on to, so that could be hard to deal with.
He does like picking Werner, it seems like. And not many people confidently pick up Werner second. Okay, he picks up the MK, which can definitely kill the Rian. So I'm hoping Antou uses this act again well and into a kill for the Rian. I think MK should be able to kill Rian.
She definitely can. Even if she's a bit injured, she can. I like Iris ban here because you don't want MK to be able to just be teleported and then your Rian gets sniped, so.
But then here, why not ban the dog as well? What else did he ban? He banned Ares. Not sure. Maybe it was. Because he does have no tank. Maybe he's scared that his units might die.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get zoned by the Ares. Because MK, her reach is okay, but she has to breeze.
Gizrob is quite strong here. Not sure why he did not ban it. So he use Himiko and not ban the Hilda? It's kind of awkward.
I can understand banning Ari because you have MK, so you don't want her to die, but yeah, I think you could rather leave up Deedlit than Giz.
Yeah, I think Giz is quite good here.
Oh, what's this? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Antou's big ban there. It's the Werner is quite useless. So this map is not that great for Werner, and the MK it can be killed, and Liana can be killed. But other than that, I think it's a little too hard to reach them, especially with 3 units that can move alongside them to block Werner's path.
Yeah.
And 3 is like the magical number to block, because you can make an arrow formation. It's hard to reach your units, especially if you have to count to 10. It's much harder to do it with 3 units.
Yeah.
2 units is much more manageable.
And it's just the design of this map with the forts and all the mountains and even forest in front of the forts. If you're pushed up on top of them, then you probably won't get 10 move, and then you can't ignore guard.
Yeah, but he does have the teleport, 2 teleport options, so
Oh
maybe he
yeah.
can manage a snipe for the MK. So what Ninshi wants to do is to either snipe Liana or MK. I'm not sure which is more valuable, but I'm assuming that sniping the MK is much more valuable because the MK can kill someone and run away for free.
Yeah,
So I would try to kill the MK if possible.
yeah, Iris teleport on Werner is a really good pickup here because it lets you ignore the terrain penalties.
Oh, Warner's talent allows you to ignore terrain penalties?
Werner gives you 1 move on terrain, but Iris teleport gives you ignore terrain penalties.
Wasn't there was there like a unit that allowed you to negate terrain penalties as well?
Yeah, Mechanical
Warner?
Knights. Yeah, Mechanical Knights.
No, not the.
Alt. You're thinking of Alt faction buff.
No, let me look at Werner. Maybe he has something that
He does. He has on his talent. He can ignore terrain penalties once.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Werner has both. So basically, he's like a +2 move.
+3 because of Mechanical Knights.
No.
Yeah. His talent is +1 mobility, generic, and then he has off-roading, which is that ignore 1 movement on terrain.
So yeah, just trying to snipe this MK here, and I think he should be okay. I'm a little bit afraid if that Werner might just die to 1 AoE though, because the Thunderstorm is very effective against cavalry units. I have seen Sonya's die to 1 AoE from MK. I'm not sure if this Werner would, because it seems decently healthy.
Yeah, I think it does around 9 to 10k, so he should be okay. Because there's no damage up. There's Landius buff, but that doesn't work when you have advantage, so that shouldn't work on MK's AoEs versus cavalry. That'd be so broken. Very strong MK. 1500 int is like +480 if it's breeze. Actually more like +490.
I'm not sure why Antou's not pushing up.
Yeah, against Werner, because you got to consider the most important thing is that you prevent him from getting 10 blocks, and the best way to do that is to push.
Yeah, because he eventually becomes small. And using not having the option to act again is just terrible. The MK is dead this turn. MK is dead next turn.
Yeah, well, I think if MK goes behind Liana, she should be fine for 1 turn, but
I feel like you can move 10 with any teleport option.
I think you can block her off from getting reached.
So here, not sure why he teleported. He did this. I would move the Iris first, because teleport has 7 range versus Iris' teleport, which has 5 range.
Yeah.
So that would give more options for Born to kill the MK. So I would not have moved Jessica. I would move the Iris, and then just wait for that MK. But I guess that MK is can backtrack.
Yeah.
So I guess he's sort of alive, maybe. Yeah, Water is just a very complicated unit to use. Maybe it's not that simple as, oh yeah, your opponent moved already, and you have teleported, he's dead. Maybe it's a little more complicated than I thought it was.
Yeah.
So maybe this is pretty safe.
Yeah, you need to use 3C first. You got to put up speed stance, otherwise you don't have enough mobility to begin with.
Okay, so can this MK do anything this turn? I'm not sure what the range of the 3C.
It's 5. She can hit Werner if she wanted to.
It's 5 like lines?
Yeah, 5. No, 3 line, 5 range.
Okay.
Yeah, probably don't want to put that in range of MK.
Yeah.
There is something interesting with Sky Archer though, is that, like I said, you can just block off MK. You can just put 4 units around her, and then Werner is 1 range, so. But he can ignore guard now. He could go in right now.
Is that 10 movement?
Yeah, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 10. Then I go for it. I go for it. I don't know why you wouldn't go for it.
Maybe he's worried Werner won't kill and wants to strengthen with T-Jess first, because Werner doesn't have a buff.
You can hold down. But I think it should kill regardless if he has attack buff or not.
Probably.
There are some bulky MKs, but I think they're generally not that bulky.
Yeah. And unicorns aren't bulky either, so I think it would kill, but maybe he thinks it's a risk.
Yeah, I just go for it.
Okay.
Just go for it. Just go for it. You don't need to think. This is your ideal target, right? So
yeah,
just go for it. I mean, this thing's either going to kill Liana or kill MK. And MK is probably more valuable than the... You might miss your chance if you strengthen now. You might spook out Antou, you might just move away.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what will happen.
But if he does move away, he can at least teleport with the Iris. So maybe this is just safe.
Another fun thing you could do positioning wise is you could make a wall like diagonal from that Sky Archer and then put units in that pocket, but it was too late. Yeah,
he does have 2 movement options with the Liana if he chooses to run away from MK. Okay, so he blocks away. Okay, that's good. Now he can't do anything, I suppose.
Yeah, you'd have to use Iris teleport, and then he could, but then, like I mentioned, you can just block off that MK from getting hit at all with Liana. Sky Archer wouldn't reach. It would be nice if it could.
Yeah. So here, I'm not sure if that would have killed, but I feel like that would have killed more often than not.
Yeah.
But maybe the burn aura was enough to reduce it to that it would not kill.
You know, that's a pretty good point. He only had like 1100 attack. He would go down to like 950-ish, something like that. So it'd be a pretty big loss.
He's probably using Blue Star. That's why his attack's so low.
Yeah, that's true. He does use Blue Star.
Oh, he's gonna go for the... You gotta be worried about the range for the MK though. But that should be safe, maybe? Not exactly sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's safe. So he's gonna AoE first and then AoE first again. But the issue is, if he AoEs now, I just move the Aryan, move it somewhere, maybe, and then hope your Archer does not get silenced, and then you can debuff, and then act again and kill the Rian that way. So this is a risk. But if he has to go for it, maybe that's the only option.
Yeah, Sky Archer is a bit mispositioned here. It should be out of range of Reen AoE. You know that MK is zoning Reen, so if Reen's gonna go in and get teleported, he's gonna be here, and then you know that his only target from here, well... Yeah, he could hit MK, so I don't know if there's anywhere you could have put Sky Archer.
If he hit Burn, it would have hit 2 as well, right?
Yeah.
This is a 4 range. Ooh, that is a good amount of damage. And its healer is how much damage I do? I did 767k.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
That's pretty decent.
It's a pretty strong AoE. MK has a lot of damage. She has 20% from her talent and then 10% from backtrack, and she also had a damage buff from Tenyo. We see.
Okay. Nishi's not counting any squares, so maybe he's just doing it in his head. But usually when I use Werner, I actually use his movement to actually count.
Yeah.
But he's just doing it mentally, I suppose. Or maybe he's not thinking at all. Sometimes I do that sometimes too.
It looks like he's going for Liana, but
could be faster calculation, Zelda.
Yeah, but counting in your head is too hard. That's too hard. You gotta count it one by one on the board.
So if Liana moves above MK, Werner is actually only 9 block. Well, can he wrap around behind her? Maybe. He'd have to wrap around behind her. He can't go to the left of Liana if she was above MK or above. And yeah, he can wrap around behind her, so he could still get her.
He's going in, which is fine. I'm not sure if that Aaron. I think that Aaron's dead to TS, but I just go for it. It's a lot of dudes. Just hope it works. You could also okay, so he could just like kill Aaron for free, and then you're back to square one, and Antou's down 1 unit. I think that's safer.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. You can maybe like AoE the Aaron, next turn kill it with TJS, and then yeah, that's what I would do. That seems a lot more safer. Your opponent's down 1 unit, down 1 less blocker for Werner, and maybe this Werner has a hit on MK next turn. So even if Antou wanted to react, I'm not sure if this normal attacking is good here. Maybe it is. Is it better than AoE? I think AoE would be better.
I'd rather AoE here, but maybe you want to save the cooldown. I think that TJS is definitely Twilight Star. We saw that she had green attack, and she has no attack buff right now, so that means it's Twilight Star. There's no chance this Ahri survives. You disable the Zealot, Holy Light Protection, 30% damage reduction, and she should just be dead.
Yeah, you should try to stay a little bit close to Terry, buddy. Don't do this. He weighed out the options and he thought this was best. I'm not sure if it is better, but the option I would have chosen was just the AoE Aaron there. Next turn you have turn priority. You just attack the Aaron this way. And now Antou can dispel again the MK. Probably kill the Mirian.
Yeah, no, well, he's on a forest. But if she melees, she should be okay. As long as
kill.
Yeah, as she wants to melee above Reen though to get Unicorn talent, because that's the only forest style, and also it moves 5 blocks. And then she might die for it, but that's a fine trade.
Yeah, but let's say MK does not kill. What is the follow up for Ninshi? Does he think the Aaron's gonna die just from a single TJS? And he acts again. The this AoE's gonna do a lot of damage and kill the Iris, but
yeah, you got it. You have to kill Ahri here, don't you?
You have to.
Otherwise, your Werner is probably gonna die. Your Gizarov's gonna die. She can even reach that construct. I think it'd just be a total wipe. So Ahri needs to die, I think.
So I guess you just attack the Aaron.
Yeah, with TJS.
This probably will not kill Burn though. I would think.
No attack buff. Lava Titans do have a lot of HP. I think it would probably kill, but Burns used Sword Dance. He's not a threat.
Yeah, he can still punch something.
That's
That'll
true.
probably kill. So I think they're both threats. So.
But Ahri feels like a way bigger one.
Yeah, but Ninshi chose to AoE the right side, which is not. Now he has 2 threats in his face instead of just essentially just 1 with the burn. If Antou chose to act again that turn, and I'm not if he thinks that could kill, then I'm not sure why he's not do that with the object type buff.
Yeah. Okay, well,
so, we'll see what happens. And it still kills, so even without the attack buff, that would have killed.
Yeah.
He should have gone for that in the beginning, but I guess he was not confident at all. But now this Burn's gonna kill someone, or this Jessica's gonna kill someone.
I would say Ari has to go for the AoE here. You kill the construct. I think you would take turn priority as well. T-Jess definitely won't kill Burn after Ari AoEs, and she won't kill Ari after Ari AoEs, so that seems good to me.
So maybe just weaken the T-Jess and kill the Gizroff off.
Yeah,
and get that. Well, I mean, reach that far. Okay, and kill the construct as well. So this seems good. You debuff all the heals from the T-Jess, and now T-Jess is pretty much a dead single target unit because it has half soldiers. And you have guarded up, so your burn is 100% not dead here.
And I think this gives Antou turn priority too, because of the extra action from the construct spawning. Maybe not, because down units, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters too much. Right now, he has Rian and he has a T-Chest left in a construct that's pretty dead. This is not gonna do much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives. And you definitely need your full HP soldiers to get all that. But now, his burn is. But maybe Rian might get another hit in and silences the Liana, and then it's game over. Maybe.
Unless Sky Archer Gales. But yeah, Lando can probably kill Werner here. We saw that this is a 1500 attack. Landius probably overlords a badge to counter Himiko.
Okay, this should kill. Okay, this is fine. Just trading units and letting your burn just die is fine. All you need to kill, but maybe killing, maybe not letting the Liana get. If he got to the Liana, it's very hard. Two things Rian can do to her.
Yeah.
Because this might just like do some nasty buffs and then your Liana's dead.
Thankfully they weren't something nasty like silence, because she should be okay.
Okay. This should be a kill. Okay.
Construct probably kills Burn here, because you're not going to kill Ari, but you'd want to, if you have the AoE, you'd want to stay. Oh, it doesn't have 2 range?
Some of it does
yeah,
just doesn't.
Yeah. It's like.
But this should be a kill.
Yeah, you should have stayed in place, because. No, it still wouldn't hit Ari. Never mind. It's pointless.
You don't have any magic attackers anyway, so it doesn't matter.
True.
But if this Liana lives, you just win the game. You just gotta make sure. Because he bought Sky Archers, but he needs to make sure his Sky Archer is not getting killed. Because if that Sky Archer gets if one of them gets silenced, then they can support each other. But
yeah.
if both of them get silenced, it's he moves everything.
Yeah, moving Sky Archer out of Reen AoE range was the right decision.
Oh, and he almost died too. Oh, and they're both silenced. Oh, great. Maybe he can still win this, but
he didn't clock.
But he has so much potential to use AoE because of this.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. And that AoE did nothing.
It knocked him off a forest.
He did like 300 damage.
Yeah, and the Sky Archer is definitely dead. Liana's gonna be down for 2 turns. Arc Slash should be back up, and Liana dies for this, and then it's Lancer versus Reen. We might. Oh. Okay, yeah, okay. This is fine.
Yeah, now Reen just needs to AoE the Liana again, which he should be able to. Yeah, he's maybe getting blocked off is kind of yikes. I would maybe not even bother hitting the Aryan. Getting blocked off might be a big yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit scary.
Yeah, you have 3 units to block.
He can't block off. Yeah. And trying. That's a little greedy. I'm not sure if the movement range would have been enough. He probably can run away. He needs 5 movement to run away. I mean, he has 4, so that's game over.
Yeah, Reen dies to the block.
And Ninshi got too greedy there. Way too greedy.
Yeah, if
And as
you
long as Antou's doing the right thing here, which I think he is, because he did that pretty fast. So I'm assuming that he says, "Oh yeah, this is blocked off." Yeah, he's you did not need to attack, but
it's
you want
fine. Just don't
yeah,
attack
as long as you
again.
don't die.
Don't attack again. Don't even think about it. Just stand there.
Yeah. The big yikes. Oh,
What?
oh my god. What are you doing?
Yeah,
What the?
Anton wasn't super familiar with the block games, I think.
I am flabbergasted.
Yeah. So
This is kinda
Nishi
bad.
could have won there 100%, and then Antou could have won there 100%. They both flubbered both parts.
I mean,
Yeah, this is gonna be hard to kill, because you have no land. Once your land shield is gone, you have no more. But he's trying to block him off now, so maybe it's never too late. Maybe it's never too late.
I don't even know where this game is going.
Oh my god, he still didn't block him. Oh my god.
It's 2 turns on 3C, and after that, I think it's pretty
Actually,
bad.
he cannot block him there because he's too far. But yeah, that's a big yikes. Here, maybe don't. Probably don't need to do this. I would just advance. Okay, he blocked, but I would try to advance closer to the middle. Because if
Yeah.
he gets blocked off, he's just dead. So Antou needs to block him off right now. This is his last chance. I'm not sure if he can, because
Move the Sky Archer to the left, move Landius on the fort, and yeah, and then Ari can block that other mountain.
Landius cannot move on fort, but maybe Arian can move on fort for sure.
Oh yeah,
So I
Landius
would
is 3.
put on that. So block, please block.
Underneath
But he
Landius.
does have total destruction. I think maybe he can total destruction and win this way somehow. But I think if the Aaron hits one more time, he might just be dead.
Yeah. No, she's
No,
she's healthy.
No, she got enough to beat.
Okay. Don't-
Block, please block. At least try to block. Attempt to block. I don't think the block would have mattered there. Maybe it probably mattered. I don't know. This is the big.
Yeah, if he still cannot see the block, that'd be pretty sad.
But he can still block him anyway, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can.
he can still block, but you know it takes so much effort.
Just move Ari to the left and move Landius down, and you're good.
Yeah. So he can still block, but he got blocked a long time ago. But
Yeah.
hopefully he learns from this that he can block.
Yeah.
But maybe this. Yeah, this ring is not boots, so he only has 4 movement. So this is okay. So maybe attack the archer with the AOE, and you can't block anymore. Maybe.
Yeah, if it dies.
If the guard's down. Okay, so you have to AOE you have to AOE it, right?
Yeah, and then range should be able to get in above Landius.
Yeah. So go. Oh, he sees it. Maybe it kills. Maybe mega tricks and kills. Maybe.
Oh, it just
Okay,
barely
kills,
killed by
kills.
like 200 HP.
Okay, good. Okay, so now it cannot be blocked. At least I think so.
Yeah, yeah, no, he can move. He can.
He might still have total destruction. Maybe that might still win him
Oh.
the game. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's back up. It should be because he moved again so many times. So he
Yeah.
needs to just push him back
Okay.
first. Okay, good. And then just block the entrance, the easy tile move one. Just move one forward, block that tile, please.
You technically don't have to. It's still
You
fine.
don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay.
But yeah,
that
you
was a
might
little
as
bit
well.
big yikes. That could have been big yikes.
I'm sure Anton will learn how to block from this game.
Yeah, all the ways
Yeah.
you could block in every phase.
Okay. Yeah. That's a little big shaky there. That could have gone really poorly. But yeah, definitely poor decisions from both sides. There's a lot of mistakes that game. Like I think that Aaron could have been killed for free, and you could have been 5-on-4.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been game over there. But he chose a risky route not sure if it paid off, but it made it a lot closer than it needed to be, I think.
It didn't pay off because if the only way it would have paid off is if you silenced both Liana and the Sky Archer.
Mm. Yeah, but I think Nishi could have just, Antou could have just again the MK and just kill the Rain. I think that would have been almost guaranteed win as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of mistakes from both sides, but maybe this game 3 will be a little bit more cleaner.
Yeah. That game was very entertaining.
Yeah, it's definitely entertaining when both sides mess up. When one side mess up, it's not as entertaining, but when both sides mess up, you can definitely get some interesting games like that.
Yeah. Okay, so this time Antou is first picking dog. It's good against his diva, but we see Ninshi respond with first pick Burn. Burn's really good against dog.
Yeah, Burn can survive a lot of things. Yeah, Burn can survive a lot of things against dog. So, and he does provide a lot of faction buffs, but the Rian was first banned. So, okay, so I guess Antou got tired of playing Rian 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
I think this is a solid ban. If you don't want to play against him, just ban him.
He's definitely one of the strongest units in Ninshi's box. I'd say like between Himiko, Kruger, and Reem.
Okay, this Leonhard is
Season 2
not
strats.
sure what it's going to do. Maybe the I know in season 2 it was very hard for Leonhard to AoE and single target kill the dog. Maybe with the burn faction buff, this is enough.
Yeah. And
maybe he's going for that option. Maybe Antou does not know anything about that, so he could just be surprised. Because Antou is a relatively new player. So maybe this AoE and single target might just kill dog, and it should be almost game over after that.
Or if you can land the heal block on Burn and then go in with Leonhard, that could be pretty devastating.
Well, it does depend on if Antou picks up another tank, though. Because dog is not the most reliable of tanks. Maybe Antou just brings up another tank. But the issue is that Antou's other tanks are weak against Burn. So it makes him not really want to pick up a Lancer tank.
Yeah, I mean, Hilda is there. We saw that this is Balanced Blade Burn, so it's not Mjolnir. He's likely not going to run Hegemony either, so Hilda class change is... It's okay. It still has a chance of getting dispelled, but it's not that high unless you build for it, right? But MK against 2 red units. I think that makes sense.
Okay. He could definitely try to kill both of them. If you want to use MK here, I would bring Sorcerers for sure, though. Because you can kill both the Dark Centurions from Leonhard, and you can kill Lava Titans from Burn, and also kill the Demon Troops.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I would bring Sorcerers if Antou has the option to. You might not think about that, though, because most people just default, let me just bring Unicorns, because the Unicorns are good.
Here I think Ninshi probably wants, yeah, he wants to pick a healer, because he doesn't want MK to just be able to walk up and AoE him for free and run back. Healer makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I chose this healer, though. Maybe just choosing Iris is better. Because you can teleport in with Iris. Iris is offensive and defensive at the same time. Healit can be both, but her offensive potential is not that great.
It's kind of reliant on Breeze, right?
Yeah, and if your opponent picks up the tank, her offensive pressure is not nothing at all.
Yep. I think Antou's gonna pick Hilda here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so now this dog is gonna be a lot harder to snipe, but definitely can be sniped depending on the formations of what Antou does with his tanks.
D-Lit versus Hilda, not a great matchup for D-Lit.
It's okay, but it's definitely not worth it because your D-Lit's gonna die, most likely to the MK afterwards.
Yeah.
And so is he gonna bring the air slash? It seems like he's gonna bring it. And he brings Dark Centurion. Okay.
Those do pretty crappy damage though.
Dark Centurions are really weak though, compared to like Highlanders.
Yeah.
So, but he needs it against that MK. I'm not sure if it still lives, to be honest, but it has a lot higher chance of living.
It's dead.
It's dead. Yeah, I would think so too, because it's a magic. It's a
Yeah.
magic attack.
I would just bring Highlands and try to get in on a turn where MK's already moved or something like that.
Oh, another thing is that Nishi chose to go second as a rusher.
Yeah,
That's very strange. I thought that Nishi would choose to go first, and then this Leonhardt strategy is quite strong. But now it's a little bit difficult, especially with act again on the Antou side. He can just move MK and then act again, and then Leonhardt can be in range.
Maybe his thought process was that he knew he was going to force Antou into picking Liana, and he wants Antou to use act again and give him turn priority. But yeah, MK is just gonna snipe Leonhardt.
But it depends on what Antou does, because Antou, on the previous games, when he was player 1, he acted again pretty quickly, or he moved again his Liana like on the second or third action, making it not the last action. As the last action, Liana is a lot more safer and scary, but he did not do that. Maybe he might mess up that way as well, and might lead to a Leonhardt teleporting and doing some damage.
Yeah.
Okay, the troop selection is demon troops for juggler. Okay, that's fine, I suppose.
Yeah. If you're expecting Hilda to tank everything, the sustain could be nice. It's not.
And this Gizroff, I'm not sure when this Gizroff was picked, but does not seem that great here compared to with Rian. Rian, the Gizroff is quite strong with a cooldown reduction. But I guess he used it for the faction buff for the Kruger. Maybe he can level up on the buffs.
Yeah, Antou brought Sky Archer and Mass Protect, so there's no act again.
No act again. Okay, that's quite scary. He's gonna make sure the MK is not too far off. But the MK is quite scary. Kills burn, kills healit, kills pretty much every unit on Nishi's team.
But she doesn't have a buff.
I don't think he needs that buff.
Probably
to be
not.
honest, because infantry units are probably just dead. Might not kill the Leonhardt, maybe.
With TP
The
up.
Leonhardt will get faction buff, will get the 30% reduction down. That might be a little bit tough to kill, but it still might kill because unicorns are quite good against Lancer units, even though they're the class advantage because they're just magical.
Yeah. So the other thing is, since there's a Hilda now, Leonhardt going for that air slash strat might be a bit harder. If Juggler's positioning is good, you might not be able to hit him with.
Here it's not very good because you can attack the Hilda and then the air slash will go through.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But like
so-
if guard gets dispelled on both sides or something, it can just be really volatile, right?
They're right next to each other, so
I-
even the passive will allow Leonhardt to attack the dog, as long as he can attack Hilda. Yeah, but maybe he can just move on top of Hilda, and then that won't be possible.
Oh, Sigma brought faction buff. He's not fighting a tank, so he didn't need death or did he?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he has Shadow Duel, but Shadow Duel doesn't work without. Oh no, Shadow. It's Shadow Hunter. Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Sigma skills, but bringing the faction buff, I'm not sure it's necessary, but I'm sure it's better than bringing whatever else there was before.
What he doesn't need here actually is Shadow Hunter. It's the passive that lets you ignore guard within 3 spaces and attack from 6 range. Maybe he brought it because he doesn't have cyborgs raised. Usually you'd bring cyborgs and then you can ditch that passive. You can bring Forest Heart to have Sigma immediately active, or you can bring Roundabout so Sigma can reach out and kite.
Okay.
Or you could even bring 3Cs to have another attack.
I have no idea what Sigma is.
Actually, no, you can't. Because you can't bring 3C, Strong Wind Snipe, and Faction Buff.
Uh, here, uh, maybe just going for the trade. The breeze trade is okay. The Hilda faction buff, or he used guard. I think he used guard, right?
We'll see in a second. Yeah, she
Go
got
for
it.
the guard, yeah, okay. So he cannot go for the RNG breeze and try to kill Sigma. Not sure that trade's good, but the Sigma is gonna be very long range and probably can kill somebody.
Yeah, the Sigma's 10 range. I think right now he would kill Leonhardt. Probably not D-Lit, because D-Lit should be Star Earring. Kruger should be a kill.
Can Sigma ignore guard at 6 range?
No, he can only ignore guard at 3 range if he has the Shadow Hunter passive, but Bernhardt...
3 and below.
Yeah, 3 and below.
3 and below and with the duel. Those are his only ignore guard skills.
Yeah.
Okay. But he doesn't really need to ignore guard here.
There's no tank.
Okay, well, everybody moved except everybody moved except Liana. Liana won't be doing much. Like, he has no act again, right?
Yeah, no act again, mass protect, Sky Archer.
So I would try to teleport Leonhard maybe on the mountains. On the top mountain. You just gotta ignore the I don't think Sigma can kill the Leonhard with faction buff in mountains. And the teleport skill. That seems a little bit too iffy.
It depends. I don't think Sigma could get a 6 range strong wind snipe, so yeah, that shouldn't kill. Strong wind snipe has like 75% damage, or 90% actually. So it does cut through the damage reduction, but the skill mod's pretty low. I think he could kill if he had 6 range.
You think so? Even with 30% reduction?
Yeah.
Does Sigma have damage up? I think from what I remember, he only has attack up.
Yeah, he only has attack up from his kit, but strong wind snipe has 90% damage if it's 6 range.
With like a low mod, right?
Yeah, it's 0.8 times.
He didn't go for it. That was one of his best shots to go in, because maybe maybe he didn't feel like killing the dog, even if he could, was worth it. And I'm not sure if that would kill, because the Dark Centurions are not the greatest offensive group.
Yeah. Right now, Ninshi is just zoning Sigma range. Again, gotta zone the MK, you don't want her to just kill it for free and run back.
Maybe it's worth it, but yeah, maybe it's worth beating the MK, but he chooses not to.
Yeah, it would have her down for 2 turns.
I'm surprised he's not bringing Act Again. Act Again is so strong against no tank teams.
Yeah, it really is.
Very questionable.
I get the idea with Mass Protect and Sky Archer, but I feel like you only need one of them. It would be mostly to shut down the Bernhardt.
You brought Mass Protect and Sky Archers?
Yeah.
So what's the point of doing that if one of them does the same job the other one does? And I think the Sky Archer is better than Mass Protect, because Mass Protect has some lag time.
Yeah.
While Sky Archer, as long as it lives, does not.
I feel like you want Sky Archer against Kruger. You don't need Mass Protect. I agree.
I would bring Act In for sure. Act In would have been quite good. I mean, even if you get a 1-for-1 trade with Act In, that's good, because now you have 2 tanks and a healer, and now your opponent's down 1 unit. And I would have probably killed the Kruger with the Act Again if you could.
Yeah, like right now.
Once Kruger's down, you don't need to be scared about the debuffs on your Diana, making Mass Protect not as useful anyway.
Yeah, if you had Act Again, Sigma could just Liana could move on top of that forest. I guess D-Lit zoning you a bit.
No, D-Lit's not really doing too much. He's gonna attack Hilda, and that's nothing at all. D-Lit's just not the greatest pick.
Yeah.
Maybe if he banned the Hilda, which I thought he should have done that a while ago. Just because you have burn does not mean that Hilda's not a good pick. It just makes your other options a little bit harder to do.
Yes, like this team is half single target, half AoE.
Like if that Hilda was not there, that the Hilda could probably go for a snipe Sigma, maybe even snipe Liana. Probably works as well.
Or maybe make Dog bring Great Dragon Barrier.
Yeah, and if they bring Great Dragon Barrier, then they can't. It doesn't have 100% uptime either, so
Yeah.
It's a little more awkward to move around with a one range guard once that thing's down.
Yeah, it forces you to jump earlier.
Now. Okay. Maybe he wants a Sigma to try to snipe it and fail and then heal up with the D-Lit.
Yeah, he's pretty confident. It is on a forest.
Yeah, it should survive. I don't see why it cannot survive.
We will see.
That attack down is gonna make it worse, so he's definitely dispelled if he's going for the kill, which I don't think he will. That seems too much of a bait.
Yeah, the Sigma 1300 attack, it's a bit on the weaker end.
It's a stinger one, I assume.
Oh, yeah. I'm used to my EMB Sigma that sucks.
That's range of MK, so definitely not.
The thing is, what does Leonhardt going in really accomplish?
Oh, well, he could try to kill Dog.
It's gonna be tough. It's werewolves. Even if water gets dispelled, and that's probably why Ninshi or Antou brought werewolves, because if water gets dispelled, they'll still be really good against Leonhardt trying to snipe your dog.
Yeah, but if Ninshi was not gonna go in with Leonhardt really fast, what's the point of bringing Dark Centurions? Just bring Highlanders.
Yeah.
Highlanders are better against Sigma, and if assuming that he does not know that MK kills it, he's never in range of MK at all. So bringing Highlanders would have been a lot better there.
I think it's kind of useless to bring the Dark Centurions because MK will just kill the Leonhardt anyway. Probably still through 30% damage reduction. Yeah.
But maybe he thought that it would survive. But if he thought it would survive, he would be more aggressive with it in terms of trying to move in with it. But regardless, bringing it does pretty much nothing for Air Slash. Because even if you don't die to MK, if you can't kill the dog anyway, what's the point? You survive, but you don't kill. Your goal is most likely to kill.
Yeah. Ninshi's win conditions just do not feel particularly strong, whereas Antou just has to outlast, right?
Yeah, and he has threats in terms of Sigma and MK. Whereas, like the previous games, he did not really have those strong single target threats from long range. Yeah, he had like burn and he had healers.
Yeah, he got MK one game. But MK's her reach is just okay. She's really relying on she's really reliant on Breeze. And she just doesn't seem to want to proc it. Either that or it's not Breeze.
Yeah, it's probably Breeze. Most of them are Breeze.
It's just we've seen her for like 15 turns and I don't think I saw her Breeze a single time.
Yeah.
which is possible. Just unlucky.
But Nishi does not really seem like he likes. From what I've seen all these 3 games, he does not seem like he likes pushing the like pushing. He likes reacting as well. Even though he's a more rush player, it's a very interesting style for a rush player. It's sort of like waiting around, waiting for your opponent to perhaps make a mistake.
Yeah, it reminds me of Michuzak's style.
Yeah, I haven't really watched his games in a while, but yeah, he is one of the more defensive rushers, I suppose. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's playing the positioning game, waiting until you see a good opportunity. And Kruger's
time is
yeah, Kruger's not really in range of anything at the moment. He's getting zoned.
Eventually he will be. But can that Sigma reach? I don't know if that Sigma can reach at all.
He can. Yeah.
Could he kill the Sigma and kill the Kruger right now if he wanted
to? I think so, yeah.
He's at 10 range? Are you sure it's 10?
Yeah, yeah, he has 10 range. 4 movement, for 1 from his talent, and then strong wind snipe is 6.
So why did he not snipe the Kruger there?
He doesn't want to trade.
That seems very strange. I guess seeing what we've seen from Antou's games, like he does not like trading. Like the Aryan there, you don't want to trade for Foreigner, even though there's 2 sword units on the field. He does not like trading at all.
That sword dance was useless because of mass protect. But I mean, this is why I said you don't need Sky Archer and mass protect. Even supposing that sword dance did go through, you would just purge off the heal block with the Sky Archer, and then you're good.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Nishi initiated it. That seems a little bit suspect. Oh, he does have freeze.
Oh yeah, there we go.
This will not kill the MK though, because MK has a class advantage.
Yeah, she still has 4,000.
He has to go in with the AoE. Is that AoE even reach? I think it's 1 off.
It is 1 off, yeah.
But he brought. Why did he bring those 2 AoEs? I thought he would bring
Dark Dragon Breath.
Yeah, something like that. He wants to reach.
Yeah, that would reach. Midnight Beast. It's some nice utility, but often the reach is better. I don't know if this MK lives, but we'll see. Yep, she's good. Because of the juggler heal. And Leonhardt doesn't have another AoE anyway.
Okay, maybe try to kill the dog. Just try to kill the dog. I mean, you're in already. You might as well try.
It's pretty much all you got.
I think it would kill there. It probably would kill there. You got to attack Hilda. Yes.
He was looking to see if Hilda's guard got dispelled.
Oh, wow. There's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Dark Centaurians. Oh. And is that a forest? No, Hilda's not on a forest.
It's not a forest, but wow, there's absolutely nothing. Dark Centurions are just they're good if you want to double AoE and protect yourself against cavalry units.
Yeah.
But if you want to single target them with Air Slash, it's a really bad option. Really bad option. And here, Antou should just heal up and try to kill the Leonhardt free. You probably can kill it free, even while healed, but I would try to.
I would heal up first, yeah.
Yeah, I would heal up. Yeah. Definitely. He brought his signal within range of the attack too. I'm not sure why he did not move 1 back. Like move more back.
Yeah. It's a range dependent attack, so that result is not especially surprising, and he has like no troops.
But regardless, here he's not gonna lose anyway because he cannot break the Hilda shield. The Hilda was too much. He cannot break the defenses from Hilda.
Yeah, and Deelit's gonna drop her gospel too.
Yeah. So the options for Ninshi to win there was to kill Liana and then debuff a bunch, or um, kill all the threats, which doesn't seem very likely.
Yeah, it would have
And
been just Liana.
yeah, just by having Liana there, it's just by having like the extra tank there, it makes it hard for your single target things to do anything. Because Hilda is one of the best anti single target tanks out there.
I would say she's the best.
I think Albedo and Lucia are a lot better.
Alucia has problems versus magic. I can see Albedo though.
She actually doesn't. She
Yeah.
actually doesn't.
If you bring Cloak of Defiance, you're right.
Yeah, she really does not. You can try to kill it with like a Medring or a Bracer magic user.
Yeah.
But those have lower power because they have less hints. But you can definitely try it. But most people usually bring like a Star Earring or bring like a Dimensional Jewel.
Yeah. So MK doesn't have an attack skill, but it's Ninshi's down a unit, and Antou's team is looking pretty healthy.
Yeah, he can't even AoE. And he put the Liana in range though. That seems a little bit. Did the Skyarcher use the spell yet?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, so if he didn't, then that's fine. But that could have gone maybe a little bit poorly, but it's still a win though, because it's hard to break Liana plus Juggler AoEs, especially if your opponent has a tank like Hilda. Because if you can't single target down the Juggler, Juggler's just gonna heal back up everybody.
Yeah.
So you have to kill the Juggler there, and then kill your opponent that way. But since the Hilda's there, defending the dog from everything, it's just very, very hard.
Hilda does still have one turn of guard. It is gonna drop, but it looks like I think that's why Antou just moved Liana there. Maybe he just wants to be in the position for when Hilda's guard goes down, so Gizarov's construct can't do anything. Although he's up a unit, so he could just move Hilda last too. He did use the spell, actually. Wing Karibo corrected me.
Okay. That might be a little bit big accent. Maybe if you got a silence, maybe you would have done something. But like I said, that dog is there. The dog's healing up alongside. So you need some really, really, really strong debuffs. You need like anti-heal, silence, and a bunch of other random things.
Kruger got her guard there.
Okay. Don't think it really matters because Healy can't move at all, and Leonhard really bad at single target with the Ducks and Jerrians.
Yeah, I don't know if Hilda's passive blocked. If she is, then she doesn't have guard at all. But you're not gonna kill the Liana. Obviously, you're not gonna kill the MK. You can kill Sigma, but
yeah, if Sigma does here, it's not very, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty much game over. No, killed like 3-4 soldiers or something.
It like left the dog at the exact same HP, yeah.
Yeah, not great. So yeah, you just this is a pick band that was a little bit rough. Pick band was a little bit rough, for Nishi. Raw Rain and Rian's absolute calm fiesta that he can make. It seems like Nishi has a hard time winning.
Yeah.
And Antou did ban it, so that was good for Antou. Notice, 2 games in a row, I almost lost his character. Might as well just first ban him.
Yeah, Ninshi's box definitely seems more designed around Reen. It didn't look like there was another strong first pick, so he went with Burn. And then he fought Juggler, which was okay. But I think what you said about giving Anto Hilda was really correct. You can't afford it.
Yeah, it makes your single target units pretty bad, and Anto did ban a lot of the single target units. Ban a lot of the AOE units.
Yeah.
So that was quite good. The dog is dead now, but the Hilda's still around. The healer is still there. It should be game over.
Yeah, Kruger doesn't have any AoEs left.
Yeah, he has no more AOEs. He has a wait another turn. Um, maybe you can. No, I can't kill a Sigma with the AOE. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah, MK doesn't die.
Yeah, and the unicorns have pretty decent magic defense as well, even without the the grassland. But here you just run MK back and heal up, and then go back next turn. It'll be fairly simple. He decides to just regularly heal the MK, which is fine too. There's no single target ability from Nishi's side.
Everybody was heal blocked there, but doesn't really matter.
Are nice for that. That's a lot of debuff healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will help. Probably want to tank, but it really doesn't matter at this point.
You gotta try.
Yeah, but thing is, a lot of games can just go the way of the pick ban. So, even though the play may have been good or not good, you can make things a lot easier with the pick ban. And that's what rushers have to get right. And as a rusher player, you cannot afford to make mistakes in the pick ban.
You need to have a proper answer for everything, yeah.
Because you don't have tech, it's a lot easier for you to get punished. So you got to make sure your strategy for rushing is good. If it is good, you can have a lot of crushing games like this. But it seems like Nishi did not have the best pick ban this time around, especially since his reign was bad. No, this probably kills. Okay.
I mean, Sigma still will eventually wipe this comp.
Yeah. Sometimes Gizroff comps can outlast like tank healer. But only if the construct has like is really buff and has the healing talent.
Yeah, you have a 1 out of 6 chance of missing that.
Yeah, but some constructs are really buff and get really strong and carried by themselves. But not this case. Even if it could, it's a little bit too hard this time around.
Yeah, if it was... I feel like if it was just Liana and Hilda, Giz could probably pull this through. But with Sigma, he can just kill the construct, and then it's pretty over.
Yeah. He's gonna make an extra state that kill is secured. I don't think you needed to, but you could.
Yeah, you don't have to kill Giz, because he'll just die to fog.
Okay, so he's learning the blocking. That should be dead, yeah.
At least he gets the ultimate construct off, but it's just too little, too late.
The ability is quite strong. It has a lot of potential to debuff really nasty things. I'm not sure what the pull is, but whenever I get hit with it, it feels like it's always heal blocking silence.
Yeah. Buff block too.
Yeah, that's quite another strong one as well. Even passive block can be quite strong, depending on your tank.
Yeah.
So sometimes these guys are really, really, really beefy, with all the heals, with all the stuff, and you can't counter it because your tank does no damage, and yeah, you have no single target. But not in this case. He has a healer, he has a single target user, and a tank.
Yeah, if only Sigma, if somehow Leonhardt got that Sigma kill, this endgame could have gone differently.
Yeah, it would be quite hard to do that though.
Yeah.
For the dog and Liana. Yeah, but dog and Liana combination seems quite strong against rushers that have AoE as a focus.
Yeah. That's usually the route I like to go if they don't have a lot of single target in their box, or at least if the single target's easily bannable.
But yeah, easy kill, and should be after that. Yep.
GG.
Right, that was a long game, but it didn't seem very favorable for Ninshi there anyway. Just from the pick ban, there were too many things going on the way for Antou. And Antou stalled as well as he could. But
Yeah. I thought Antou just had a good box against what Ninshi has. He knew the ban pick really well, what to pick to let you outlast.
Yeah, he knows it eventually. The issue was the Rian could mess up games and survive. It's that they can survive and cause you pain is where things get really, really tricky. Burn can do the same, but his AoE potential is not as good as Rian's there.
Yeah.
But so Antou correctly banned the Rian first, which is very good. It's just that for both players, Antou definitely needs to learn the fog strategy a little bit better. He could definitely won the game 2 a lot more easily that way.
Yeah.
Even though he still won it, definitely something to keep track of. And Ninshi, I think, has to make that pick ban a little bit better. Have some idea of what to do when your Rian's banned. Maybe he did have an idea, but it didn't seem like he had a strong idea once his Rian was banned. So definitely work on that, and I think Ninshi should be doing much better. He didn't play too poorly either.
Yeah, his positioning game was good. He knew exactly what to... He knew exactly what he was zoning. It's just, in Game 3, he just didn't have a comp that could bust through it.
Yeah. Definitely needed to ban some extra things there. But yeah, GG's.
Yeah, thank you again for joining me on this cast, Zelda. Do you still want to do some reviews?